What's going on? What's going on? We back with the boxing clinic and more. Y'all know how we do, man. Full effect. Talking some boxing shit as usual, man. Um, gonna switch up the talk right now. And like I said, I'm not talking about this specific. Excuse me. I'm not talking about this specific fight. All right. I'm talking about what's going on about this fight, man. I'm gonna put some information about this in the description. So just give me 1 second, then at your leisure, you can you can check it out, all right? And yeah, it's a matter of fact, man. I should have put 3 fighters in the description because it's 3 fighters on HBO that's coming up on their last fight date. All right, you got Danny Jacobs apparently is on his last fight deal with HBO. I thought it was Andre Rozier had a video saying that he was saying it was a 6-fight deal with HBO. That seems to be a lie. I'm not saying this is from concrete sources, but I'm hearing that Danny Jacobs, this is his last fight on HBO, and he could be heading to the zone. I don't know the particular deal about his matchroom thing, but I know that PBC deal money is looking good right now for him, all right? Looking real fucking good right now. But he made a decision, and he got to sit in his bed and lay in it, okay? And but like I said before, yeah. I mean, where's these guys gonna go? What's up, new Fat Boy Fitness? What's up, Jamaica? What's going on, family? Yeah, I knew about that. I did a video on Joshua doing the mandatory quite some time ago, so yeah, I did know about that. But yeah, apparently Triple G is on his last fight deal with HBO, and Canelo is on his last fight deal with HBO now. We have been talking about this for about a year now, so if you haven't been with us, you probably don't know, or you may know. You may know that hold on, excuse me. You may know that that HBO was purchased by AT&T from Time Warner. So now a lot of people don't know what how can I say, a lot of people don't know what's gonna happen with the boxing budget and what's AT&T's future goal for boxing, and it could be going down the shitter, and if it does, analytics will tell you that it doesn't do the same big numbers that it used to on that it did like maybe 15, 18 years ago, early 2000s, late 90s, where they routinely used to do between 5 and 10 million viewership. And now they happy just to have 1 million views on there. And I don't think that's going to cut it for HBO. But in general, premium television and cable is kind of meeting this match with technology. And what I mean by meeting this match with technology, as far as Fire Sticks, Android boxes, streaming services, individual APKs like Showbox, Tyrium. Do you really need HBO for the movie of the week anymore? Because that was one of their big things. They would put the movie of the week on, and people would come in for the movie of the week, and people would come in and watch boxing, and the audience will kind of carry over to boxing. Now, nobody really needs the movie of the week no more, and I'm not surprised at that, but what is Canelo gonna go? Is Canelo gonna go on Facebook Live? Who knows? I mean, what network can Canelo go to? Does Oscar De La Hoya go back to Bob Arum and try to hash out a fight deal with ESPN for Canelo Alvarez's rights? Does he work with Eddie Hearn and take Canelo to the zone? And if this HBO thing closes up, does he come back to Al Heyman and kiss Al Heyman rings and make a fight happen with Jamal Charlo and let Canelo fight on Showtime? Well, they was over at Showtime. And they burned that bridge. They were saying the reason Canelo numbers dropped is because he was on Showtime. And that could have been true. I mean, to be honest, that definitely could have been true because, Showtime subscriber base isn't big. They 24/7 isn't big, but guess what? They said he did $1 million versus Chavez Jr. There's no official numbers on what he did versus Gennady Golovkin. there was no official purses on what they made in the Golovkin fight. He said it did 1.5, but I don't believe him because there was no official numbers released. You know, and excuse me. And it'll be interesting, okay? It'll be very, very interesting. Because you know, I don't know. I don't know where he can go. I mean, if you go to ESPN, it's gonna have to be through Bob Arum, or maybe they can do a deal just with ESPN. But I mean, how does that help ESPN, to be honest? If Canelo fight on ESPN pay-per-view, how does that help them? How does Bob Arum feel about it? It's another guy. Make sure you hit the like button. It's another guy that he got to compete with Lomachenko. ESPN could be the ticket, but obviously he can't even get Ryan Garcia on ESPN. And Ryan Garcia probably is a bigger pool than a lot of guys that fight on ESPN. He's probably a bigger pool than Jose Ramirez. He probably a bigger pool than Gilberto Ramirez. He a bigger pool than Jesse Vargas. He a bigger pool than Isaac Dogboe right now. You know, you can make an argument that he's probably a more known and popular fighter than Vasily Lomachenko. With all the media coverage, all that, and they couldn't find a way to get this kid on ESPN, on regular ESPN. He fighting on Facebook. Okay, Jorge Linares is fighting on Facebook in September. So I mean, you know, obviously we know Canelo Alvarez is a power player in the sport of boxing, especially if he loses. I mean, you know, does ESPN still want to take him on? You know, a network deal would be very expensive for ESPN. They invested a lot of money, and they got it in boxing already with Top Rank. And if he does go over to ESPN, it is what it is. I mean, who is he going to fight? You know, and obviously, you know, Danny Jacobs would be a network free agent. He may be a promotional free agent. But I don't think they really wanted to bark up that tree. You know, I don't think they really wanted to bark up that tree. I mean, you know, does he go back to Showtime? I understand I heard a piece a while ago that during the Chavez and Canelo fight, and Al Heyman advised Chavez at the time that Al Heyman and Oscar De La Hoya embraced. Okay, they embraced. Then they hugged each other through all the lawsuit and stuff. So does he have to go back and kiss Al Heyman rings? Who knows? You know, who knows? I won't say Canelo the face of boxing. He's popular, but to me, in America, a lot of people still don't know who he is. That's why he's trying to come fight East. When you still say the face of boxing, people still think Floyd Mayweather. People still think Manny Pacquiao. People still think Miguel Cotto. People still think those names. And that's a fact. A lot of people don't know. I mean, a lot of people know Canelo from fighting on Floyd cards and fighting Floyd. But is Canelo a household name? There's no really household names when you're talking about stardom in entertainment and music and sports. You know, stardom is what Odell Beckham is. Stardom is what Tom Brady is. Stardom is what LeBron. Boxing doesn't have that. I don't see Canelo Alvarez come across my TV screen. I don't see Canelo Alvarez pop up on First Thing Is First or First Take, or not too often. Sometimes you hear him come up on Skip and Shannon Undisputed. Sometimes, you know, and to me, like I said before, there's no face of boxing. There's no guy that's the face of boxing in North America or globally, in my opinion. There's some guys like AJ that got in the UK. There's some guys in America that got, you know, the Mexican population, but there's nobody that has it on lock like Mike Tyson did, or like Ali did, or like Floyd did, or like Roy did. There's nobody that got it on lock right now. Nobody got the boxing game on lock. Okay, and Canelo's still trying to do. That's why he got the Madison Square Garden Arena booked for December 15th, and maybe Golden Boy can do something else. I'm pretty sure Oscar is innovative. ESPN would probably love to have Canelo Alvarez. You know, but you never know. You might see Canelo fight on Facebook. Shit, you know, that'd be rock bottom. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. And Triple G is interesting. ESPN has been trying to get the rights to Triple G fight for quite some time. They tried to get the rights to Triple G Vanes. And ESPN loves to have Triple G. And Tom Lawford to go over there. What's up, Renee 313, Anthony Davis, Pete Dallas, LDTB, I see you. Tyler Child, I see you. But yeah, Triple G can easily go over to ESPN. They want to make the Ryder Murata fight. That's easy to make. Frank Warren Got James DeGale. Triple G want to fight James DeGale. Frank Warren got a TV deal with ESPN now. That's easy to make. See, Triple G shit is simplified. You know what I'm saying, for him. You know, ESPN or so major interest in Triple G in just this calendar year. You know, what's up, Matt? They just showed major interest in Triple G. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I think Triple G will land on his feet. But yeah, I don't believe Canelo going over to Showtime neither. It's too many cat pillars there. Shout out to Anthony Davis. I definitely appreciate it, brother. There's too many cat pillars over at Showtime for him. You know, and they already in this Showtime and whatever. Now Showtime is up and Showtime got the upper hand. Showtime is balling. You know, Showtime, they're eating over there. All right. And now he want to come back while they all the way up. It's not gonna work that way. And I don't see neither one of them going to the zone. I don't think Eddie has anybody or can get anybody in the zone that can make Triple G or Canelo come over there. But ESPN has somebody that can Triple G want. That's Real Murata. You know, so that's one to start. Demetrius Andrade, but Danny Jacobs. You know, maybe they can do a deal between Eddie and Bob to have him come over to ESPN and Tom Lofton and all them sit down. But I don't think Triple G want to fight him again. You know, so if Canelo wins, it's probably be the Gary Spike O'Sullivan and David Lemieux winner with a quick turnaround. That's if he don't get injured versus Canelo versus Triple G. They both slated to come back in December. You know, but it'd be interesting to see what happens. I just did a video because I think it's interesting, man. I think it's definitely interesting because you probably can see, you know, it's a joke, but I think you might see Canelo on Facebook. Every other person on Golden Boy is on Facebook, except for Jaime Maguire and Lemieux and old boy and Gary Spike O'Sullivan. Golden Boy don't have a lot. Golden Boy don't have a lot. I mean, how can you do a trilogy? I mean, you could do a trilogy if they're a free agent. But when they see how shitty these numbers are for this fight, ain't gonna be no fucking trilogy. You know, it could end in controversy again. You could get a trilogy. I'm not saying that won't happen. McGregor boxing stars, but you could get a trilogy. But I think the numbers is not gonna be what they expected. You know what I'm saying? It's a sellout. I don't believe it. It could be. You know, it could be, but I guarantee they dropped them. They had to drop them ticket prices at $85 a clip. Nah, fuck that. We're not doing that. I'm not paying $85 for that fight. I will go to the movies for the fight, but at the end of the day, Golden Boy is just disrespectful, man. Not addressing the racist emails, you know. Then you got Raccoon Hopkins over there. You know what I'm saying? He didn't straight buck dance. You got Shane Mosley, a known performance-enhancing drug, alleged known performance-enhancing drug guy, you know, saying that Canelo Alvarez is clean. You know, it's just too much buck dances going over there. Even when you get past, and I can't get past the Black Hillary statement. See, you know, sometimes, I mean, and there's some guys out here that'll cover anything. You know, no matter the disrespect, somebody don't have that self-respect. I do. I'm not doing business or I'm not promoting shit that the entity that's like that, period. You know, period. But like I say, it's the only interesting thing about this fight that garnished a lot of our interest was the simple fact that were they gonna fight Jamal Charlo next? Are they gonna fight the winner, Danny Jacobs, Billy Joe Saunders? I mean, Billy Joe Saunders, Demetrius Andrade, or Danny Jacobs, Derevchenko. That was interesting. Now, if you would have told people that, okay, we got a contract signed for the winner to fight Jamal Charlo, I think a lot of people would have watched this fight, at least in the urban community, you know. But there's no commitment like that. Yeah, it could be. It's definitely gonna crack over 500K. I would hope that it would. You know, because I don't know too many people in my neighborhood about it, but I live in a different demographic. You know, Detroit, right in the hood, a large black community. You know, and then, you know, I go outside and do what I got to do. And it's a large Arab community, largest Arab city in the world, in Dearborn, Michigan. You know what I'm saying? You know, then I go to another spot where I work at. It's mixed culture. mostly whites. So, I don't hear people talking about that. Wherever I'm doing, or I'm doing what I'm doing, I don't hear people talking about boxing a whole lot. So, I really can't. I mean, I really only can give you what I hear in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't it ain't too. A lot of people not talking about this fight like that. ESPN is running promos and stuff of that nature, and doing what they need to do. But at the end of the day, um, we'll see, man. That's all we can sit back and see, man. And the only you can do is come back and see, man. But like I say, man, it'll be very, very interesting where Canelo Alvarez goes with this whole thing. Um, if Oscar could start his own network or something like that, or do what Top Rank did and just produce their own cards. They just had Top Rank pay-per-view, had Timothy Bradley calling the fight. What's going on, Corley? I see you. Had Timothy Bradley calling the fight, and maybe they could do. I heard Mario Lopez did a great job. You know what I'm saying? Um, he did a great job. So we just have to wait and see how that plays out and how that works out. But I don't know. I don't know where they're gonna go. To be honest, I know Triple G probably can easily go to. He can have no problems. Triple G go right over to ESPN. There's 2 fights waiting on him. James DeGill, you know what I'm saying? James DeGill and Ryota Murata. It's two things waiting on him. So you really ain't gotta worry about him. They got options. He go in the UK and get on Box Nation or whatever they got. Sky over there would happily pick him up. You know what I'm saying? He go over there and just fight them. You know what I'm saying? And get his money up. They gonna pay him big money to come over there in pounds too. And they're gonna pay him in pounds. So I mean, it really ain't gonna be an issue for him as well. So it's definitely I definitely look forward to I definitely look forward to definitely look forward to coming seeing what kind of happens with HBO. I think that's the most intriguing thing in boxing. And most people look at it as oh shit, Showtime won. But it's not a matter of Showtime winning. If HBO wanted to ramp it up, which I think if they wanted to ramp it up, they would have to kind of be the middle ground. And I don't think they're willing to do that. And I'll say the middle ground had to be, okay, Top Bob, we'll work with you on some fighters. You know what I'm saying? We like Lomachenko. We'll work with you on him or whatever other fighters. All right, BBC, we give you more dates. You come, a few of your guys come to HBO. Kathy Duva, Golden Boy, a few of your guys come over here. Eddie Hearn, if you got some guys that you want to come over here, like Luke Campbell and all that, and they can make a middle ground and make a budget back up. Everybody jump at the opportunity to come back to HBO. But it won't happen. Peter Nielsen, the head of HBO, is done. Javante Tank Davis leaving AB video out, my brother. Yeah, I just seen Corey post that. Yeah, check that out. I don't believe it. I don't believe it till I see it, man. That kid is fucking retarded. But we all was fucking retarded if we were at 2021. So Harold Tatum, if we had 100, if he had a few 100,000, a couple million, whatever the hell he got, I truly don't believe that. I don't truly believe he gonna leave him alone. I don't believe that, but it could be true. But you need to worry about Floyd. Yeah, we just talked about Frank Warren deal because you can have James DeGale versus Triple G. That's a fight that Triple G want to do and move up. And DeGale is a Frank Warren guy. Ryota Murata is a Top Rank guy. So, ESPN's been trying to get that money, trying to get Triple G over there for quite some time. So, and by the rights to Vaness fight and stuff of that nature, Canelo Alvarez is different though. Oscar done burned so many bridges. You have to go back and kiss the rings of appreciate it to Edgar Holmes Bully, the hashtag LCP. Appreciate it. Much love to the LDBC. Yeah, appreciate it, bro. So I mean that's interesting, man. This the whole thing. I don't really care for the fight in general. I have my reasons. Like I said before, I've been saying them over and over again. But just in general, just the intrigue of the business part is intriguing here. Because right here and now, does HBO let two of their biggest stars go? I definitely appreciate that, Corey Lee. Salute to my brother TBC working every day, Corey Lee. Yeah, go subscribe to Corey Lee, man. Definitely appreciate him. Gotta catch up with him on some of his live streams. Everybody be busy. Yeah, Santa Cruz and Gary Russell. We talk about that. We kind of do a wrap up too. But it's intriguing, the business part of this situation, because this is gonna let you know if HBO is in the boxing, out of boxing. I mean, they cut ties with Al first, and they cut ties with Bob first, and then now they can be cutting ties with K2 and 360 Promotions, which is Tom Lawford's personal promotional company. And then you got them cutting bait with Golden Boy, but Golden Boy done got shit for him. You know, they fighting for Clarissa Shields' old belt. Yeah, I didn't know that, man. Man, on my days be spinning by. I gotta check that out. I was watching the Soriano fight. She moved up again. She was getting work. I think she need to go back down, or coming up in weight is a little difficult, man. So sometimes people just act like you're gonna be a finished product at a weight, and sometimes it just take time. It take time to get acclimated, man. Sparring is sparring. Sparring is sparring. Don't forget that. Sparring is, you don't know, if you're getting everybody 100% effort or you've been cutting weight. It's a difficult thing to really gauge on all the time. So moving up in weight is definitely a difficult thing to do, man. But I mean, I got a Sean Porter video coming, man. Pretty much what everybody been talking about as far as Porter getting a big deal from Eddie Hearn, and will the Porters cross, Al Heyman, and I'm pretty sure Al was prepared for this. And if they do, it's just a big part of saying, I told you, motherfucker, so. But I don't know if I didn't know if Al, I don't know if Kenny really gonna do it, man. I wanted to ask you about Canelo. He been looking very slim nowadays. How that boy came away with that computer raw. Man, I've been looking at Canelo, man. I mean, it looked like he kind of, shout out to Bracy One. Appreciate it, bro. It looked like Canelo then kind of put a little bit more size on. I mean, I guess all answers be answered fight night, man. You know what I'm saying? So as far as his physique and his fight, this is the most important fight for both of them guys' career, to be honest, man. As far as, Triple G, can he get over the hump at, what is he, 35 years old? Canelo Alvarez, was it really the drugs? Because he was on something the first fight, in my opinion, okay? He was on something, but I had him winning the first fight, all right? I think I had him winning about 2 rounds or a round or some shit like that, all right? But, he was on, he was on some shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say. Looking back on it, I defended him. Like I say on one of the videos that are coming up, man. Everybody just talk about the negative that I say about boxers. I say plenty positive, but that's what people choose to gravitate towards, the negative. I don't hold my tongue for nobody, and I tell boxers to their face, I don't give a hell. You know what I'm saying? I don't really give a fuck. I'm just tell you and keep it a buck with you, man. If you can't respect me, keeping it real, then that's hey, that's just you. I'm not gonna kiss your ass. I ain't never been an ass kisser, dog. That's just not in my blood. And a lot of these dudes want you to kiss their ass, and they can't do nothing wrong. They perfect. I ain't with that shit, bro. If you're doing something wrong or I see a weakness, it's my duty on my page to point that out. But you think Broner posted about wanting to join Top Rank? I seen that shit, man. I'm glad you picked that up. I do a video on that. I'm glad you picked that up, man. Yeah, man. Somebody sent that. Not sent it to me. I seen it on Facebook, man. Go ahead. He had an opportunity to get with Top Rank first. People forget that. He had an opportunity to get with Top Rank first. People do forget that. Bob Arum had him at his house, showed him a bag of money. Broner was smart enough to not take it. He was smart enough to not take it. Benavidez took it. Damn, this new Spider-Man game look flames, dog. I might have to go cop this shit, man. Play with my friend son. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Spider-Man look dope, man. I ain't get a lie. I'm watching the commercial. Man. I'm about to go pick that shit up. But I ain't got 2K, man. And that shit's just the same game every day, man. It's the same shit every year. But I just don't play the shit no more, man. Madden is terrible. Just play COD. Yeah, if he do, he do. I mean, Golden Boy ain't got no money. What, he gonna go on Facebook Live? You know what I'm saying? I think he was saying that because Tank said that. Nobody care about no fucking Broner, man. That motherfucker need help. Somebody probably touched that nigga as a kid, man. Coca De La Hoya has been saying he's going to shop Canelo. Should Canelo go back to Showtime? Yeah, I just talked about that. Yeah. No. He go back to Showtime. He going to, man. He got to fight some motherfuckers, man. I mean, Jamal, you know what I'm saying? You know, they can get the rights to Billy Joe Saunders because of Frank Warren and Al is cool. You know, Danny Jacobs on his last deal at HBO. From what I heard it was a 6-fight deal through Andre Wazirmouth. It must be a 6-fight deal with Matchroom. Okay, that's much what it be. Eddie Hearn just said today that him and Al still can work together. I don't think Al, unless he submits to them, Danny had to come over there. Who else you got out there? Derevchenko's a PBC fighter. So it's some tough fights over here. Them motherfuckers don't want tough fights, man. They don't want tough fights. You got to remember that. Remember he's about to fight Austin Trout, and Oscar De La Hoya didn't want to let Canelo fight Austin Trout, and Oscar begged him to let him fight him, and he ended up beating him. It was a close fight, but yeah, Broner always attention whore, man. When I did the Terrence Crawford groupie video, people took it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And people said, well, Tim Bradley at the press conferences, being on Earl and shit like that. See, that's what black people problem is, man. Black people get caught up in that stigma, all right? And that stigma or that crevice of, you dick ride, man. Now, if I'm supporting somebody, I'm supporting them. But I don't support them, I'm hating. You know what I'm saying? That's what black people want. You support them. Will ESPN take Canelo Alvarez is the question. Because they didn't take Ryan Garcia. They ain't Jorge Linares is end of this month. He fighting on Facebook. It depends on the ESPN budget. ESPN budget is tied up in the Golden Boy small fights, the showbox of ESPN. We resolving it right now. So I gotta threaten to sue a motherfucker for my money. But you know what that was? That was a threat of defamation of character. When you got a confidentiality agreement, okay? You got a confidentiality agreement. You can't say nothing bad about Top Rank while you signing them. That's why you see none of them dudes never say nothing bad about Top Rank. Okay, so you're going to sign back to the guy that been fucking all the fighters, the guy that got you fighting on the app. And he said it was ESPN playing. I don't believe that shit. Because then why ain't Lomachenko and fucking, I think it may be Lomachenko and Pedraza on ESPN app. That's a sorry fucking fight. I don't care what nobody say. It's fucking pointless. To give me the fucking belt. They might as well just get a nigga the belt. Okay? Not interested in that fight at all. All right? But like I like Lomachenko though, but I understand the fight, but I know what's gonna happen. But like I say, all these dudes that better their career, leaving Top Rank, and in the way Top Rank has treated Terrence Crawford, I mean, why the fuck would you want to stay there? Let's just keep it real, man. Keep it a buck. People forget all the shit that they did to him. People forget all that shit, man. They forget all that shit. They forget not promoting the Julius Indongo fight to the weigh-in and promoting the Miguel Moraga fight with Lomachenko the whole week. They forget when Bob Arum told him to shut the hell up, talking about Keith Thurman. He injured. Like, shut up. Keith Thurman injured. I want to see the Errol Spence fight. I want to make the Earls. That's a bigger fight to me. All the times he G-checked and disrespected Terrence Crawford. Like, shut up, nigga. That's what it was. That's exactly what the real spill, where this real spill was, man. Its potential ain't unlimited, man. It ain't unlimited. Motherfucker ain't doing. You got him fighting on the app. You're not promoting his fights. His potential not unlimited. He fighting on ESPN for how many fights now? It was 3 or 4 fights. And there's niggas out here who still don't know who he is. He been pro for 11 years, bro, I believe. And people still don't know. When you don't put on quality products, when you don't put on quality fights, people not gonna gravitate towards you. And ain't no quality fights to be put on for Terrence Crawford on ESPN. Jose Benavidez, that nigga got one leg. And when he did have 2 good legs, he wasn't shit neither. People get caught up. He's 6'2", rangy. He ain't shit. He ain't shit. Almost lost to Herrera. He ain't shit. Herrera, good fighter. I'm taking away from him. But Crawford will wash over it. Okay. Yo, potential ain't unlimited. People will on a Saturday night, motherfuckers will turn boxing off. ESPN on ESPN ain't even routinely doing 2 million viewerships. You got boxing on Saturday, and no other sport on. No NBA playoffs, no NFL playoffs, no tennis, no nothing. You got baseball, and motherfuckers is turning to watch baseball or going outside or going to the club, Buffalo Wild Wings, whatever niggas do, casinos, titty bars, rather than watch a free fucking fight on your cable subscription. All right. This motherfucker ain't even doing 1 million views, really, man. Like they barely reaching 1 million views sometimes. You on ESPN. Showtime, they got a subscription base. ESPN, you ain't got to stream ESPN. So streaming and illegal streaming it shouldn't be no thing on ESPN. You got the ESPN app. You got the it's on your basic cable. You got your cable provider provide ESPN. So they're not dealing with piracy. They just throwing out a bullshit product. They throwing out a bullshit product. And people are telling you when you throw a bullshit product on, no matter if it's free on my cable subscription, I ain't watching the bullshit. And that's what they showing them. They numbers is horrible on ESPN. Shitty boo-boo. Shitty boo-boo. Okay? You know, but I'm getting back. I just saw, a heading saying that Tank going back to Calvin, and that ain't a good thing. I'm not taking Calvin Ford is a good trainer, but that means Tank will be training at home in Baltimore. And last time he was in Baltimore, I really remember he punched his friend with a glove, with his hand gloved, and his friend sued him. Then he went to jail for unpaid traffic tickets. That's why Floyd was trying to get him to go out to Vegas. All right, Floyd was trying to get him to go out to Vegas to get away at home. He know how distracting being at home can be. But like I say, man, that kid gonna have that kid, man. It is what it is, man. That kid, it ain't gonna end up good for him, man. It ain't gonna end up good for Tank. And I like Tank, man. Y'all know I like Tank, but it ain't gonna go well for him. His happy ending ain't gonna be his ending ain't gonna be a happy ending. It ain't. And I'm just gonna really keep it a buck on that, man. Somebody in Baltimore is gonna clip that little nigga, man. Or he gonna do some dumb shit again and get put in jail. And like I said, people say, why just Mayweather don't let him go? Why Mayweather don't let him go? Why Mayweather don't let him go? Why Mayweather don't let him go? Because it's business. If I let him go, then everybody else gonna think if they chastise me, talk shit to me, I'm gonna let him go. It's business. He gotta teach that little nigga a lesson, dog. You know what I'm saying? And go somewhere, man. You better ask Abdul Maraz, the nigga that you supposed to be fighting. Mayweather Promotions did a lot for Tank. He ain't had shit when he met Mayweather for. I understand. He bought him a $60K Jeep to get back and forth to the gym. See, motherfuckers is ungrateful, bro. What's up, Mike James Boxing? Motherfuckers is ungrateful, man. These niggas get made a couple dollars and they think they godly. Like niggas standing next to LeBron. Man, motherfuckers standing next to Lance Stevenson, nigga, you broke. You know what I'm saying? Standing next to a nigga that's on the 12th man of the NBA, you broke, nigga. You niggas is broke. You know what I'm saying? These niggas really think that these niggas is winning. You not winning like that, bro. And that's what Floyd trying to tell Tank. And I don't like the way that he called Tank broke. I don't like that. I don't like the way he called him broke. Like, little nigga, you broke. But sometimes you gotta little niggas, man. Sometimes you gotta little niggas. And you do. He trying to teach that nigga some shit, and he just beyond listening. Like nigga, like he the smartest nigga in the game. Listen to Floyd. Try Floyd out. I don't want to train in Vegas, and I don't want to train in Florida. I'm gonna go back home and something gonna happen to him. He's a dumb nigga. When you young, you don't need to go back home. I remember Chris Webber. I think he got done with the Bullets, whatever. The Wizards, whatever the fuck they was called at the time. I think it was the Bullets, and he had an opportunity to go back home to Detroit and play or go to Sacramento. His daddy said, you know what? Go to Sacramento. There's too many distractions at home, getting too much trouble. And then later in his career, came back to Detroit when he was done. But it was about the maturity process, When you're young, you do not need to be at home, You do not need to be at home. It's too many distractions. It's too many hood rats. It's too many niggas and jealous niggas. It's just too much to get into. Too much to get into. Tank don't need to be at the crib. Go back down there with Kevin Cunningham. Go out to Vegas. Let's soak up some game from Floyd. Be open-minded to the situation. But you know what? He know Floyd gonna train the fuck out of him. He know Floyd gonna have him. Floyd gonna have him diligent, you know, and get him on the plan. But look here, man. If he wasn't born with that and that wasn't instilled in him like Big Floyd instilled into Floyd Jr., it ain't gonna fucking happen. That shit ain't gonna happen. You know, and you know it is what it is, man. And he not gonna be the way he going. He ain't gonna be an all-time great fighter, man. He not gonna be that guy. You know, and I hate to say it, man, but the way he going, man, he gonna end up all the near misses AB had. You know, Gervonta Tate Davis would be lucky to have them near misses. You know, and Baltimore ain't a city to play with. It ain't a city to fuck with. And for him, you know, good luck. Like I said, I don't wish no ill will on none of these fighters, man. I'm only gonna tell you, you know, what I believe for some of these fighters. And like I say in another video I got coming, some people might like it, some people might not like it. You know, I don't give a fuck. You know, if I gave a fuck what people think, then shit, I wouldn't drop the content that I did. I just don't give a fuck. You know what? You know, I'm always open-minded to hear other people's opinions. I love hearing other people's opinions. And I can say, okay, you know, I can see that. I see where you're coming from. I'm not closed-minded. I'm always open-minded. But I'm gonna tell you this, man. I can't be I'm not catering to no fighters. I'm not doing shit. You know, I'm gonna just tell you what it is. I might like a guy. I easily pick against the motherfucker if I believe he can lose. You know what I'm saying? You know, I pick it in. I'm like, damn, he might lose this fight. I mean, that's all you can really do, man. Shout out to Fan Perspective from Texas. Texas boys coming. Candy Paint. Hey. I appreciate it, Grantsville Williams, man. I definitely appreciate it. Shout out to the UK, man. When I say United Coochie, I don't mean the real UK fans, man. Like I said, I'm not saying that, you know, it's a problem to be a fan of Anthony Joshua. I like Anthony Joshua coming up, but I'm not a fan of that shit he put it now. You know, that's just a fact. But I like a lot of fighters over there. Y'all know I've been talking about Josh Taylor. You know, people say you're pro black channel. Not really. You know, you're the LDBC. You're pro black channel. Not really. You know, don't generalize any type of community. You can't. You know, you got other brothers that got their own opinion. You know, I like Josh Taylor. You know what I'm saying? I said Josh Taylor smashed Regis Progress face in before the Regis Progress last fight. It's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's just my opinion. You know, I picked Lomachenko plenty of times, like Lomachenko. You know, my opinion. You know, it's just crazy. I can keep going on and on about fighters that I like. You know, Marquez was one of my favorite fighters for a long time. Favorite Mexican fighter. Like his style. Smart guy. Got a master's degree in accounting. I can dig it. You know, so you know you can't really generalize people, man. When you talk about boxing, and that's people #1 issue, man. Tay needs to go back to Kevin Cunningham in Florida. Yeah, he don't need to go back home, man. He don't need to go back home at all. You know, that's why you see a lot of dudes get the hell away from the crib, man. You know, you might know somebody in the hood and they just gotta get away. And sometimes you gotta grow, and sometimes you can come back. You know what I'm saying? And I feel I'm in on this. I feel if y'all have any questions, I can ask them now. I feel a lot of New York fighters, Riddick Bowe, Mike Tyson, would have served from leaving New York, and going to relocate somewhere else. There's too many distractions going around in New York. There's too many distractions going around in New York, man. You know, but hey, it is what it is, man. These young dudes think they got all the answers. You know, all these young dudes think they got all the answers. And if I'm Floyd, let him do what he do, man. Because Tank ain't gonna last long in this sport. I'll tell you that right now. Not with this mentality, dog. With Broner lasting as long as he did, that was a blessing. You know, that was a true blessing. Broner lasting as long as he is. But yeah, he had success with Kevin Cunningham. He don't want to. I don't know why he don't want to go back down there. That dude is just crazy. Do you think Mayweather gonna sign some new fighters because he been letting so much go? He's been letting go dead weight. Probably. He probably. I mean, if I'm him, I'm signing all young guys, man. You know, he got two good ones in Dylan Price and Richard Hitchens, two really good ones. So it could be possible. He need a better talent scout, man. There's got to be a middle ground somewhere. Yeah, but I understand where Tank coming from and that he don't want to ditch his people. Yeah, he don't want to ditch his people, and I feel him. You know, but you know, he can sit there, Floyd, and say, "Look here, man. You know, why don't you work with my people?" He could have said that, and Floyd like, "Hell no, this is what you gonna do. This is how you gonna do it. You fat and out of shape. That shit wasn't working." You know, he a promoter. He ain't a manager. You know what I'm saying? He is outstepping his boundaries. But guess what? When Tank took all that money from Floyd, I'm not saying money that's on the books. When he bought him a Jeep, took care of his family, he shouldn't be saying shit. He should be just doing it. What's up, Capadonna 24? He should be just doing it. I mean, it's a nigga who didn't have no money before he met Floyd Mayweather. No money. Do it. See how if it might work out. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, he think he a perfect fighter. And if I'm Floyd, I'm showing the motherfucker fat meat ain't greasy, man. You ain't fighting Mar ass motherfucker. We gonna go ahead and wait for Miguel Burchett. You know what? Or we can go ahead and we'll make the Lomachenko fight, man. I'll go ahead and stick it to his ass. He need a reality check. Matter of fact, I might lace the fucking gloves up and beat the fuck out the kid myself. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about to come to. You know, I'm like, are you walking to the gym one day? You know, what's up, famous athletics? What's going on? Hey. You know, he walking to the gym one day. You know what I'm saying? I say, think you know some shit? Everybody get the fuck out of my gym. When he told Earl Spence, get the fuck out of my gym. You know, everybody get out the gym. You know what I'm saying? Since you know so much, you little motherfucker, you know, glove up, ho. And I'll beat the fuck out of Tank ass. Nigga, I was showing. Sometimes you got to show these young niggas, man. Yeah, make sure I subscribe to my brother, Famous Athletics, man. Y'all can click on right there with the wrench. The blue one. It's a lot of blue ones. But yeah, you know, I'm just going to whoop his ass. Off rip. We going to spar. He's challenging me to spar. And as soon as he walk into the, wherever he at, if he at Calvin Ford Gym in Baltimore, nigga, I'm going to creep in the back door. I'm going to get with his coach and say, woo, woo, woo. Here go 20 bands or we go 5 bands. You know, clear this hoe out. You know, you can stay in here, but clear this hoe out. I'm about to beat the fuck out of him. I'm about to beat the fuck out of him. And I'm going to show him. I'm going to show him. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I'm going to beat all the fucking money I got out of him. We ain't stopping sparring. We ain't stopping sparring until somebody quit. Doghouse rules. I'm popping up on his ass. I'm gloving up. We squaring up. I'm gonna beat the hell out that kid, man. And sometimes you gotta show. Sometimes you gotta show them young niggas that, man. You know, sometimes your teacher had to hem you up. You know what I'm saying? If you were in the city, sometimes your coach had to hem you up. Sometimes your coach had to spat up or take the basketball, show nigga I can hoop. Which sometimes he had. I seen my coach you know, choke a few of the niggas up. You know, that was getting out around, that was goofy, wasn't taking shit serious. Sometimes you gotta have that rite of passage. And Tank probably ain't never had that. You know, Bronner ain't never had that shit. His daddy wasn't doing shit. His mama probably hemmed him up. She looked like she don't play that shit. But Mike Stafford wasn't doing it neither. And sometimes you gotta discipline these niggas, man. And Floyd got to discipline that nigga. At the end of the day, you know, after you beat the hell out of him, you beat your whatever 100 grand, millions of dollars, whatever you spent on this nigga. You know what? I release him. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, man. I'll release him. Floyd spoiled that nigga like that, man. I'll release that nigga. Go over to Golden Boy. After I beat the hell out the kid, go. I'm releasing your ass. Go ahead out there. Matter of fact, no. You're going to give me 250, whatever amount of money. I think it's done beating the shit out the kid. You know what? Yeah, he a pretty good call. I'm not saying he not. I know he got a whole gym he running. The point is, it ain't about Calvin Ford. The point is he don't need to be training in Baltimore. That's the whole point about it. He don't need to train in Baltimore. It's too many distractions. Last time he went to jail. Last time he caught a case punching his homeboy. Damn, this $5,000 jacuzzi looks straight. I ain't got nowhere to put that bitch in my crib, but it's only $5,000. Then they got a small one for $2,500. I need that hoe. Hell yeah, man. Shit, be the only nigga in the hood with a jacuzzi. Nigga on my porch, nigga. It's like, no. But yeah, man. He need to beat the hell out the kid and let him go. He gonna go to Golden Boy. He can go to Top Rank, and he really gonna be in trouble. you go to Top Rank and you say some shit and you break that confidentiality agreement like Pacquiao did. Like Pacquiao, that's why Pacquiao backpedaling. See, Calvin Ford can't leave Baltimore because he got a whole bunch of kids he mentored. That's why Tank left him at first. Somebody had to school me on that. So, he can't travel. But like I say, man, if I'm Floyd, I'll show up in that bitch. I beat the hell out of him. I say, you get your buyout clause, okay? Get your buyout clause. Just give me, how much money Floyd want you out. And when he out there on his own, he disrespected Showtime as well, too, before I get off. They said he got mad at Showtime because they kept cutting him off and wouldn't show his name when they showed the celebrities. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, you can feel disrespected. You can feel mad. You can be in your feelings. You can cry. Let the nigga go over to the zone. Let him go over to the Golden Boy and be like Adam Mars. Adam Mars said, Golden Boy ain't do shit for me. He said that. He said, Golden Boy ain't do shit for me. I was living on my car. Al Heyman changed my life. You're going to be one of the most, changed my life, me now, Heyman. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm Golden Boy didn't respect me. I was fucked up over there. He said that. And that's true. That's a fact. Him and Braun worry about being a celeb. And don't nobody even know who the hell Tank is for real. Oh, that's that little nigga. That's that little yellow nigga Pikachu that be with Floyd. That's how niggas know him. That's a nigga that be with Floyd. He need to start fighting people too, man. I'm tired of seeing this nigga fighting. I don't want to see Adam Mraz on the West Coast. Why not go ahead and fight? Why not go ahead and fight Tevin on the East Coast? Even though we know Tevin signed with the Zone, but I'll beat the shit out of him in sparring and I'll let him go, man. I'll just really buy yourself out then, nigga. When you come up with however much money you come up with, we could be on the payment plan, nigga. And we'll take it out your fight check. But when he disrespected Showtime like that because Showtime didn't show his face in his name, like, nigga, fight somebody. That should motivate you. Or maybe I should go to the other side. I mean, you don't want to go to the other side. Yeah, Burchett had 2 mandatories to handle. I think he was injured or some shit. He got one out the way. He got a mandatory to handle, Miguel Roman. Yeah, the guy that knocked him out, Jamel Herring beat him, but that nigga was humongous. It was at 126. That nigga was humongous, bro. That nigga was humongous. I don't know how that motherfucker made 126, but he did. I'm gonna go ahead and log off, man. I gotta get ready for work, man. I'm tired of this motherfucker. Appreciate everybody that came on. Make sure I subscribe to Famous Athletic Corey Lee Boxer. Shout out to Gregory Wide that's crept up in the building. I see you. Andre, I see you. Mike James Boxing, I see you. CB Sports TV. Definitely appreciate everybody that rolled up in here, man. Make sure y'all just go ahead and hit the like button on the way out if you ain't already hit it. Y'all get ready for Trill Boxing Talk, man. Y'all know what it is. One time for the one time we come.